Good morning. Today I want to tell you a story about something that happened to me about a year ago. One of my friends, one of my mum friends, went out to lunch for me with another lady, and it was a sports day and it was really wet. So we went out to lunch to commiserate and get warm. And whilst we were chatting, my friend asked me about my health. So first of all, I was impressed that she'd gotten to know me before she asked me about my health. And then she asked me, do you have fibromyalgia? Which was, I can't tell you what that meant for me, to have somebody know the name of one of your conditions and you not have to say it and then hope that they've even heard of it. Well, anyway, that was fantastic. That really made it easier to talk about what fibromyalgia is. See, I can't even say it. Fibromyalgia has been best described to me as a bit like, now it's just a bit like, it's not the same as, but it's a bit like having arthritis in your muscles. So everybody knows with arthritis, there's pain and that there's stiffness in the joints. Well, with fibromyalgia, you get chronic, constant levels of pain in your muscles. You might also experience some of that pain in your joints. The test for fibromyalgia actually confuses me. It took me so long to get diagnosed, even though I had the symptoms the whole time I've been unwell, probably longer. What happens is you're pressed on, a doctor presses on your muscles at certain pressure points to see if you fit the diagnosis. In all honesty, there is not a muscle on my body, not one part of it, that if you press in it, and I don't mean really hard, I mean just like a firm enough press just to, see what's going on there, it hurts. Every single muscle hurts. Having chronic pain means that it's almost impossible to talk about having that to your friends, because as soon as you mention that you have pain that does not stop, that is relentless, that affects you all the time, people are horrified and they find it really hard to take in. And you can see when you're explaining to people, they get visibly upset. So it's often a subject that people with chronic illnesses, actually, they might not even mention it. I know people who've known me for years that I've mentioned that I'm in pain to, and they didn't know that was part of my situation. My best understanding for fibromyalgia in the kind of current research is that in your nervous system, and that's the bit of your body that sends signals of pain from your body to the brain, it's kind of like it's scrambled. And it's telling you high levels of pain when there's no muscle reason for that pain. Like there's no damage in the muscle that caused that pain. Having fibromyalgia is also why a lot of people describe themselves as feeling like they have the flu all the time. That horrible achy, flu-y way that you feel, and sore muscles and heavy, and you can't lift anything because it just feels dreadful. Well, that's a taste. If you've had the flu, that's a taste of what having fibromyalgia is like. A lot of people, I don't know, it's like if you have chronic fatigue syndrome, then a lot of people kind of will debate as to whether you have chronic fatigue syndrome or fibromyalgia or both. As far as I'm aware, people who have chronic fatigue syndrome, I'd be very surprised if most of them don't fit into the fibromyalgia category. It's got such a huge overlap of symptoms. I mean, I'm talking about the pain aspect of fibromyalgia, but if you look on websites, it talks about all the other kind of symptoms that go along with that. So for me, getting that diagnosis, it actually meant that it opened up more avenues for treating the pain that I have. That's something that, because I've got over 25 years experience of dealing with pain that affects me everywhere, then hopefully that's part of the top tips that I'd like to share with you. And if you are one of those friends that happens to know a bit about your friend's condition, what they have, even recognize the name, then please know that you're really valued. That makes a huge difference to somebody who has a chronic condition. So if you're one of those friends, then thank you.